Hello and welcome to the first news of 2019 here in MTB Suomi. It's September week 36 and I hope the sound is fine this time. The air conditioning was quite loud last time. And was it raining in the office? Oh, I forgot to assemble the roof. And since it's the very first episode of the news, here's the structure we're going to use in the beginning and let's see how it's going to develop in the future. So we're going to have four very basic, simple topics to talk about. First of all, it's going to be the international scene, meaning the World Cup, the EWS, the happenings, the major events around Europe, around the globe, like Sea Otter, Eurobike, and those festivals. Second of all, we're going to talk about, of course, about the Finnish scene, meaning the Finnish races, Finnish events, what's happening in Finland. Third of all, we're going to talk about the new tech coming up, the new things, new upgrades you want to buy for your bike, which we're going to actually skip this week because, it's the end of the summer, obviously, and everything has been going on already. We're quite late, but anyway, we're going to sum it up at the end of the year, or towards the end of the year, hopefully soon enough, like in autumn or something. And the last topic is going to be the upcoming events, meaning what's coming up in your local area. So we're going to tell you about the events coming up next week, next weekend, and obviously again the major events internationally. So let's jump straight into it. International. So it has been a huge weekend internationally. Obviously there has been a World Championship in Mont Saint Anne in Canada, and it's been a big one. There have been some comebacks from injuries like Miriam Nicole, Tani Seagrave, and it's been a good one. Obviously for Finnish people it's hard to find a favorite, pick a favorite, because there are no Finnish riders, unfortunately. I have gone through every single category, even the juniors, mixed, e-bikes. There is not a single rider. But there is one Finn though, and that's the Canadian Finn Isle, which is my favorite, obviously because of the name. And he's been doing pretty well. But let's start with the XCO. I have the results right there. So obviously it's been an 8th time for Nino Schurter to become a world champion in XCO. Amazing. He is just awesome. He's 33 and still blowing all the others, all the youngsters. Matthias Flickiger in 2nd, so it's been a Swiss 1-2, and Stéphane Tempier in 3rd, also 33, so it's been quite oldish podium. 33, 31 and 33. In the women's category, it's been quite a surprising win for the French Pauline Franprevot. I think everyone expected the fight between Yolanda Neff and Kate Courtney, but that hasn't quite happened. I think Kate has been down in the previous races, and Yolanda Neff has been 43 seconds behind Pauline, so wow, Pauline just smashed it. In 3rd place, Rebecca McConnell from Australia, and Anne Terpstra from Netherlands in 4th. Well done! And obviously the big one for viewers is always the downhill. It's so much fun to watch, it's so exciting, even though this championship hasn't been broadcasted in Finland. So I have to stick with the live timing. But well, good enough I guess. Anyway, it's been the Miriam Nicole coming from injury who won, even though she skipped the last jump at the end, probably because of the injury. She was still kind of fragile, so she didn't want to risk it, but she still won by 1.2 seconds. Wow! And what more, Miriam was ahead of Tani Seagrave from Britain, who came back from the injury as well. So what a blow for Marin Kerber and Tracy Hanna to be only 3rd and 4th. Even though they did the whole season, they are fighting for the overall in the World Cup. But still, Tracy Hanna 4 seconds behind Miriam. Not a good one. She was disappointed. I think she even crashed. She had two crashes during the week. Not a happy girl. But well done, congrats to Miriam Nicole. And in the men, of course, as always, this season just dominating, Loic Bruni from France. This guy is brilliant. He has won the World Championship for the third time in a row. He is only the second guy in the history who managed that. And wow, he smashed it. He smashed it. It was quite interesting to watch. Obviously, I watched only the live lemmings. But still, before the very top 7, it was looking quite promising from the guys from America, meaning US and Canada. Before the top 7 went down, there was 7 riders from the US or Canada in the top 10. But then it suddenly faded out somehow because, you know, all the top guns are from France and South Africa, Great Britain. And for one little moment I thought that maybe finally, for the first time this season, Troy Brosnan is gonna win something. Because yeah, he totally smashed it. He beat Amir Pierron, who was first at that time, by 1.9 seconds, which was what, wow! But yeah, then Loic Bruni came, and as always, what would you expect? 0.6 seconds. Totally slammed door on top speed, 72 kph. Oh my god! Yeah, world champion. Like I said, final 7th, 5 seconds back. Not too bad. Good job, Finn. So yeah, down there in Finland, it was the 4th race of the Suomi Downhill Cup in Sappee last weekend. And it was the Onni Rainio from Jyväskylä who took the win ahead of Vesa Linnala. And Mika Sukanen was in 3rd. And in the women's category, it was Jenny Egholm from the MTB CF team. In the 2nd place, Sally Saimovaara from the Retkikunta Racing and Nelly Clem in 3rd from the same team. Congratulations! And even though there was no race in the Finnish Enduro Championship last weekend, we're gonna summarize the whole championship. Absolutely amazing performances from Aki Farm from Team Evoc, who won all 4 races, totally dominating the series, and I think he's almost surely the winner. He's like 70 points away from it, so yeah, almost surely a champion. In the 2nd place so far, Jarmo Valtonen from Pole Bicycles, and in the 3rd place, Santu Nyman from Focus Bikes, who's been doing pretty well as well. Good job, guys! And in the women, it's been quite up and down because there are not many participants, and not all of the top women even participated in all the races. Even though there is one, and she is leading. It's Johanna Havula from MTB CF, who won 1 race. She was 2nd in 2 races, so very good job. She's leading, and she is surely a champion already because the 2nd place, Hanna Melko, is losing 700 points, and there is only 500 up for grabs. In 3rd place is Tuuli Lehtimäki from Bakeva MTB. Congrats and good luck to the last race in Ukkohalla. So like I mentioned, this week we're skipping the tech news, which we're gonna summarize later this year, and straight into upcoming events. So there are quite a few in Finland. This weekend actually there is Luukki MTB near Espoo, which is a marathon race. It's about 50 kilometers long. You have the option to choose the half marathon, which is 25 kilometers. Sounds pretty nice. Then there are 2 races near Oulu, one in Nivala called Pyssymäki XCM, again a marathon, and one in Kempele MTB. And of course, this weekend is the final UCI race in USA in snowshoe. You can follow the races, XCO and downhill on Red Bull TV for free. It should be available in Finland this time. And it should be a very interesting fight between Loic Bruni and Amari Pierron for the overall World Cup win, as there is only something like 90 points between them. and there is 250 points up for grabs, so that should be quite a big one. In the women, it's a fight between Tracy Hanna and Marine Cabarrou, although Tracy has 150 points lead, so yeah, she would have to crash, which obviously we don't wish her. We want to see a good racing this weekend. Unfortunately, in the XCO, in the cross country, it's quite obvious that Nino Schurter is gonna take the win, even though Mathieu van der Poel is quite close, but he's not gonna take part in the last race in snowshoe. So Nino Schurter is basically, I think he's a champion already. Yeah, almost, nearly, but almost surely. And in the women, it's gonna be a big fight. It's gonna be a big one between Yolanda Neff and Kate Courtney. Kate has been leading the whole season, but in the end, like now, last 2 races, she's been on quite bad form, and yeah, she dropped behind Yolanda, who's been very consistent. So let's see how this pans out. I hope Kate can put up some fight. Let's see. And finally, the EWS is having a break in next 2 weeks, since the next race is on 21st of September in Switzerland in Zermatt, however you read it, I don't know. And that's about it. And yes, you can expect a video from us probably next weekend as well, so that should be quite exciting times. Finally, we have something to publish. And yeah, that's all from me this week. I hope you enjoyed the news. I hope you found out some interesting information. Please let us know if there is something else you would like to hear from us in the news, or if there is some series you think we should follow as well. I'm gonna leave the links to all those different series that I mentioned in the description down below. And as always, guys, it's starting to rain here again, so please share, subscribe, leave us a like. Just make sure you ride your bike. I'll see you the next one. Now I have to figure out how to build the roof here.